Guys, I am so happy to be out here. Oh, this is the first time I've been in my kayak in quite a few months. A little windy today. We got a pretty good wind coming up from the southwest, which is a good thing for the fish, but when you're trying to hold still in a kayak, not so much. But we have high hopes. We're using live shrimp today, and we might throw some paddle tails. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. But y'all stick around. Let's see if we can get on to something good. I hope so. Okay. Now, I don't know if you can see right here or not. You see that black spot right there where my finger is? That's his brain. So what you want to do, you want to go before his brain, towards his eyes, and under this little horn he's got. And it's really hard to show you on camera, but that's it right there. If you hit that little dark spot, you'll kill him. First cast. There we go. Doesn't feel very big. Hey, he's a little speck. A little bitty feller. I don't think this guy right here will keep. So we're not even gonna worry about this dude. Oh, he was camera shy. Speckled trout number 2. He's a little on the small side. Trying to get away from these boat docks so I can take him off the hook and drift for just a few seconds. If you're not a kayak fisherman, one thing about fishing in current and wind is however hard the wind is blowing, that's how fast you are moving, because the wind will grab you and it will put you into some precarious situations that you don't want. There he is. There we go. Well, this might be a little bigger. Oh yeah. He's either a little bigger or a lot meaner. Ah, little redfish. So there he is. Beautiful little redfish, probably 14-15 inches long. Not even going to measure him. First redfish of the day. In my opinion, there is nothing more relaxing than kayak fishing. I absolutely love it. It is one of the most relaxing things I've ever done. It can be challenging at times because you're at the mercy of the wind and you're at the mercy of the tide or the current. But if you really want to do some stealth fishing, this is the way to do it. The thing about a kayak that's really good is because it's a slow mode of transportation, it will make you slow down and really fish an area. Whereas a boat, you have the capability of an engine. You can run from spot to spot to spot. You know, you can cast once or twice and, you know, no bites, you just move on to the next one. But a kayak isn't like that in that it takes more effort to get from point A to point B, but you will slow down and fish a spot. Sometimes you'll find some of the best fishing spots that you will ever fish in your life just because you had to slow down. You had to slow down and fish it. So we've been fishing about 15 minutes. We've caught 2 short specks and a short red. So guys, let me tell you about my setup. So I've got a Penn Spin Fisher 6, 2500. It's on an extra fast action Prevail 2 rod, rated at 10 to 30 pounds for braid. I've got 15-pound braid on here. I've got a 20-pound fluorocarbon top shot. I've got a small Cajun Thunder rattle cork, and it works very well. Very well. Now, it doesn't work all the time. Sometimes you need to present the shrimp on the bottom. But in most of the applications that I fish, that's the setup right there. That's it. It's not much. It's really not. So if you guys are thinking about coming down here and enjoying some of this fishing, you do not need big heavy tackle, big heavy setups. You don't need fancy expensive equipment. You don't need a deep sea reel with 100-pound test. You don't, and you don't need steel leaders. It would serve you well to not use them if you have them, because our water is very clear and these fish can see in the water very well. And if you bring something like that thinking that it's going to prevent you from getting bit off, well, you're not going to catch anything. But this is my rattle cork right here. I've had this thing, I've probably used this thing for 3 years. You want to put your weighted beads on the bottom and your plastic beads on top. That way it floats just like that. If you were fishing for bluegill or anything like that, now, you know, I've got a little bit heavier equipment, but the setup is exactly the same. I'm fishing right before a cold front. It's supposed to be cold tomorrow for the next 2 or 3 days. And so I was kind of hoping that this cold front would turn them on a little bit. And it seems as though it has to a degree. Yep, it went under. Yeah, there's something. It's feeling trout-like. Beautiful fish. 3 short trout and a short redfish. But hey, they're biting. So what I'm doing, guys, these are grass flats right out in here. Huge grass flats. And so I'm just fishing about 2.5 foot deep, because the water's probably not a whole lot deeper than that. So the nice thing about a circle hook, if you don't know, you don't have to jerk with a circle hook. In fact, if you jerk and you have a circle hook, you stand a good chance of not hooking the fish. Let your line come tight and just start turning the handle. A lot of people that see a circle hook, they see the point is bent back towards the shaft of the hook. And a lot of people that are used to J hooks, they have a hard time understanding how that circle hook works. Well, 99% of the time when you hook a fish with a circle hook, you'll hook him right in the corner of the mouth. They say a circle hook is the oldest. Oh, I just got a bite. Hey, he didn't even get my shrimp. Ha ha. Don't you shake my shrimp off of there. Don't you do it. Well, I think the trout killed him, but you know what? I'm gonna use him anyway. Ta-da! So we've got 4 short trout and a short redfish. Oh. Well, we are working on the short trout today. Catching these little fish, you know, it won't bend the rod. They're no drag screamers, but it beats the daylights out of getting skunked. Now that one will keep. Now the reason why I want to put a gripper on him, so if he doesn't flop out of my hand while I'm trying to get a measurement. And he'll make it. There he is, 15.5 inches. He's within the slot. Now guys, it has about turned off. And it's getting dark. So I think we're gonna head back to the barn